I'm working on the Harry Chapin D28. What we are doing right now is addressing the intonation problems with this guitar. This is a 1970s Martin Dreadnought, and all of the 1970s Martin Dreadnoughts had their bridges put in the wrong place. This has been well known for many, many years. There's two basic ways we can address it. The one that I usually prefer is to replace the bridge with a new bridge that moves the bridge pins back a little ways, because all too often, if you just move the saddle back on its own, you end up with too much break angle over the saddle. In this case, I was okay with where the saddle was going to end up, and so instead I'm filling the saddle slot and moving it. So the basic process of making that infill piece is exactly like making a saddle, which is great because I make a lot of saddles. So it's something I can do very confidently. Hide glue to put it in. These clamps are probably unnecessary here, but they give me a little peace of mind. And then I get to pull out one of my favorite tools for trimming this down. I could trim it down before I glue it in, but I just find it a little easier to manipulate while it's tall. And so I use my little microplane, which leaves these wonderful curlicues of ebony. But that won't get me all the way, so use a chisel for a little bit more of it. And then once I get to the point where the chisel is not doing great, because ebony's pretty hard to cut with a chisel, I'll switch to a file. This is a little... it's called a vulcanite file. It's actually meant for plastics, but it works great on guitars, and I love the shape of it. It is one of my absolute favorite files in the entire world. I use it all the time. And then this is a little sanding block. This one is about 80 grit or 100 grit paper. This is just sort of getting this finally flush, and then once it's flush, we will go through the grits and get it refined. A little bit of scraping here because, well, it's fun and it leaves a nice finish. And then the final step for this will be some steel wool. The steel wool I use is not something you buy at a hardware store. You need to go to a specialty woodworking store to get good woodworking steel wool that doesn't have oil in it. And that's about it. So please remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and check out the website for t-shirts.